welcome to another episode of Reuniting the Homeless with their loved ones and helping homeless people that are in need. And today I have with me
Yolanda.
Hi, Yolanda.
Hello.
Yolanda, introduce yourself and tell everybody where you're from.
My name is Yolanda Rafai, born and raised in Santa Monica, California. Been here 17 years.
Tell me, how did you become homeless? Tell us the story.
We were in housing. That's the sad part. We were in housing. And then the owner for the house said we were not in housing. We weren't paying rent. But yet, they have the vouchers. We don't pay, mind you, the vouchers get sent to them. I went back and forth to court for 4 months with every proof, housing, everything. The judge laughed at me and said I was lying. I said, here's my paperwork. And he said, that's it, I'm done with this. And I didn't win. And I was like, okay. I was down the street. The house was beautiful, but everything was just terrible. It was more terrible that the judge laughed at me and called me a liar. And he just automatically said, no, they won. And he asked the lady who was representing the company if it's true I was on house. And she's like, I never heard of it. I'm like, damn. Okay. I don't wish anybody to be homeless. Some make it a choice, some don't. I am a mom and dad to 4 kids. It's just not cut out for everybody. My mom died when I was 16, being from LA, so I'm kind of like, I'm used to it. Been on the street alone for a long, long time. My oldest son is not really used to it, but he's getting to, which is so sad to say. I have a 17-year-old daughter that, oh my God, it's not. No matter, I've given a $500 deposit. I'm fighting to get it back because I'm still on the street. I'm like, how do I give you guys a deposit? And I come to pay the rent and move in, and it's never ready. Nothing's ever ready, but they don't know how long it's gonna take for a refund. I'm like, can I just get the place? I don't want a refund. There's so much.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't even know where to, there's just so much. So if you want to ask, because I don't know how to do this.
No, my listeners are just interested in how do you make it from day to day being homeless? And I know you do you have your family with you? Tell us, what is a day like in your life?
For me?
Yes, ma'am.
This is what I look like all the time. I'm like, okay. It's extremely difficult because even though we're not promised tomorrow, we're not promised in a minute, I'm always screwed up in the head because I'm worried about tomorrow. What are we gonna eat? Like our last campsite, you couldn't even find us. It was one of the houses down the street that Saldo, who kept calling the cops, because for some reason I guess they felt threatened that they didn't know who we were, but we never spoke to them. At the beginning was beyond hard for me because my kids have never been on the street, you know? You lose, it costs so much to live on the street. We have Social Security. It did mess up for 4 months. I'm just getting it back. I don't know when. You can't just cook where you want to cook. You gotta be careful where you're at. Campsite. Are you gonna make it to the park? Whatever. Because you just can't cook. People make fires for some odd reason when they shouldn't, and that's bad because one, you're disrespecting people that live around us. Like, we need to think about those.
Yes, ma'am.
Washing isn't that hard, clothes, but it can be extremely hard. We've been flooded out so many times. I have had to pay $160 up for laundry, to go take it back to our campsite, and for it to get rained out again. Mosquitoes, Jesus Christ, bugs, spiders. All of these scars, I've had spider bites. Being a diabetic, I have a bad habit. I like to pick it off. So then I ended up getting sick. Septic, what do we call it? because I picked the spider bites. Back to mosquitoes. Mosquitoes, oh my God. I have counted over 80 some bites on my daughter's back when we were in the other woods in Mesquite. Restrooms. Restrooms, oh my God. That's embarrassing. It's embarrassing, especially when you have a 17-year-old daughter. My boys don't even like peeing outside because, of course, the odor. We have gone to the point where those little porta potties, the gray ones, like the senior citizens use or people hurt.
Yes, ma'am.
We bought those. I mean, we buy the bags that smell good. You know, we have to take that out every night to the dumpster. Your trash, you can't leave trash because you got animals.
Yeah.
We have a couple cats left. For example, we have a 15-year-old cat. We became homeless. We didn't abandon them. We didn't get rid of them. We're trying to do what's best for everybody. I used to sleep in a tent. We have 2 left. I just sleep on a pad. My boys like pad it up really good for me. And so they put a tarp up, but I might went right out of the open. I don't mind because I'm the kind of person who doesn't like the heat. But you never know. If it wasn't for one of our dogs, but the dogs, it's really like a protection, like, because there's been times that people have been, oh, we're like, what, right there. I'm gonna be 52 next month.
You gonna be how old?
52.
Whoa.
And I still fight. Like physically fight because we have had people come in, you know, like walk through that are so far gone and don't realize what they're doing or they're just don't care. And it's scary. I have a daughter, you know, and like my husband's in jail for stealing food, violated probation. It has been extremely hard. Not because I can't do it, but I need my other half. Like, I mean, it's not a 50-50 thing, but it's a thing, like, one picks up the slack, like, you know.
How long y'all been married?
December 1st, 2018, my bad. 2018. It sucks. Again, I don't think I have enemies. I don't wish my enemies, if I had any, to live on the street.
Yeah.
There's been times that the kids, I make sure they eat first. I like them to eat. There's been times that I personally haven't eaten like a whole week and a half. I just got out of the hospital not even 2 weeks ago. And I still currently have not rested. Like, I'm dumb. I didn't listen to the doctor. I got up again and I started doing this, passed out. I have it looks like a pimple, but I had a bruise here, big old lump. I didn't know. I mean, I'm on the floor passed out, public, and not one person, but my dog is protecting me, and she's like this small. And I can kind of hear things. I can hear stupid, not you, men, you know, in Spanish. Oh, look, she's asleep, and I'm like, oh, fuck that. I knew what that meant. Oh, you know, hey, cuánto, which means, hey, how much? And I can hear my dog Daisy, like, she's growling and she's chasing him. And I'm like, Daisy, I'm more worried that they're gonna hurt her. And so I just pull out my knife, like, I'm ready. I open the blade. Touch me if you wanna live. You know, don't touch me, you know. That right there just happened a week and a half ago.
Wow.
Was I scared? No. It sounds crazy because I have bad temper, and again, I just fought last month.
Oh, you had a fight last month?
Oh yeah.
Tell us about that. Tell us about that. My listeners really like to know what homeless people have to deal with out here on the streets, and I want them to know firsthand so they can really get a firsthand account of it through the eyes of a person that's living this. The people who actually choose this life, they don't care. And it's not a joke. They simply don't care. Our old campsite, we got kicked out, city code, cops and everything. The next day, there's a woman. I'm really not sure what she was on because I didn't see.
completely butt naked. Mind you, they kicked us out. They called the cops 24/7, the whole 9 yards. The next day, there's a woman completely cheese, vagina, all out, and she's just sitting there like this. And I'm like, our neighbor, because I live on the street. I'm like, Daniel lives right there with his wife and 2 small kids. And that's what he's doing. Big old fire in the middle. And it's just like, they don't, when they light these fires, they don't just sit there and put them out. They don't care how far they're going. They actually get up and go.
Wow.
And they don't care. But I was more butthurt at the fact that, okay, I will admit, yes, we're wrong. We're not supposed to be there. Yes. I clean, I sweep up dirt, I sweep up everything I clean. But prior to that, it's just disgusting. There's poop everywhere. There's condoms that they throw out the window when they're done with nut in it. And that they're doing this in neighborhoods with families.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like you just desensitize yourself because the ones that choose just don't give a shit.
Those are the ones that choose to be homeless, you're saying?
That's my opinion. Because you just got your ass whipped, and she's more worried that she can't find her pipe that flew out when I hit her. It's like, really? I mean, don't turn your back, not even for a quick second. The other day I messed up. I was tired, just got to the hospital. The boys are, my navigator, we don't drive at night because the lights don't work. So at night, we put the seats down, my boys try to fix it for me, had it up and go 9 yards. I fell asleep when I didn't want to. I think it's kind of like a jumper thing, like you plug it up to the electricity, let it get a full charge, and then if it dies, it's easy to plug it up, give it a charge.
Right.
I mean, I think I fell asleep for maybe 30 minutes, and the boys came up to McDonald's when we fill up water. I woke up and I was like, okay, the boys are here, no worries. I didn't know that it was left like right there. I don't remember where, but I didn't know. But I saw 90 minutes, 30 minutes, starter gone. They've even stolen our cat. Like,
They stole your cat?
They stolen our cat. It's just ridiculous. Like, again, a lot of people, my opinion, a lot of people choose to.
What about, let me ask you this, is there a drug problem among the homeless? Tell us about that, because...
Where do you want me to start?
Tell us, what do you know about this, because we'd like to know.
Growing up in California, I sold dope. I'm not gonna sit here and sugarcoat shit. I don't lie. It is what it is. Perks, Perk 30, whatever they want to call it. Purple pill, you pretty much...
What is a purple pill? Tell us about that.
Oh my lord, dude, most likely a lot of people on the purple one, EOD, it's a 30 milligram pill.
It's a what now?
A 30 milligram purple pill.
Okay.
Okay, you put it on foil. I've never smoked a perk. And I've had my dad cut up 4 when I was younger, when I got out of the hospital for my tonsils. See that, but that prescription's my name. I'm not sitting there smoking a pill out of foil.
Okay.
And they don't care.
So, wait a minute. You're saying they're smoking a pill on foil?
Foil. You put the pill, I think, on top. You burn it, and they like it to like run down. To my knowledge, I know one of the guys said that he finished it off of like 2 or 3 puffs. To my knowledge, that's like, whoa, like you don't fucking do that. Like that's bad. He woke up, he was being robbed. They knew what they were doing. Now, mind you, he didn't have crack that night, so he said, fuck it. He admitted to me, he goes, I just said, I'll try it. They knew what they're doing. He woke up to them digging in his pockets. They sold my 17-year-old daughter his phone. When she showed me, like, all the pictures, profile, I was like, oh, fuck, it's Rick. I showed him, and he's like, oh, my God. He goes, that's embarrassing, but guess what? He don't smoke dope, no rock, no more. After that thing, he was, like, done.
Oh, so
I was so proud of him. It's disgusting. Perks used to run $2 to $3 a pill.
Perks. What are those?
Percocet.
Percocet. Okay. My listeners don't know exactly, but okay.
See, I was confused because again, I took Percocet when I got on my tonsils. It was my prescription. My dad couldn't afford because it was very strong. But I wasn't doing that. Now they are putting hard on top of the perk. On top of the perk.
Putting hard? What is
rock
hard?
Cocaine.
Okay, they're putting cocaine on top of the perk?
Rock hard cocaine.
Uh-huh.
And a perk. What the fuck? It's like your heart is, you can't, it's like gonna burn it out. You can't.
Wow.
Wait, and they say, some say when they do that, the perk lasts longer. You smoke a perk.
What do it make the people feel like? What do they say this do for them?
I'll show you what they're like. They smoke. They bend. I don't know how to. And they can stay like this until it's out. Boop.
And they fall out.
Yeah, they can't stay out.
Wow.
And I seen two men. Man, I don't mean to laugh because addiction for some people it goes from 0 to 100.
Yeah.
I've seen two men hold each other's hands, pinky, one hand, and then the other man. I'm like, what? That was planned. I'm like, that's how fucking sick their mind is. Like, that was planned. You can smell it.
You can smell
You
this.
can smell perk so fucking bad that I had whipped them to gas. I didn't give a shit if the cop were taking me or not. I left quick note. It's bad because on Seminary, fuck, what's the name of this? I don't remember the name of the side street, that's the problem. Okay, so there's an apartment. Me and my daughter are just walking to get to the next block, to the laundromat. From there to the fucking light, I go, Caitlin. I'm like looking at her, I'm like, Caitlin. She's like, Mom, like she wants to cry because she doesn't, she's 17, she don't joke. Like it just makes you awful. And now, mind you, we were not doing it. We walked by. The whole fucking apartment was just awful. And they just were like, I go to Dollar General or whatever it's called. I think it's Dollar General. I'm Seminary. In the aisle, there's fucking perks. And they fucking put the foil on the shelf. They don't care. They will go. Sometimes they don't go to them over there. They will be sitting by like the front door, smoking. And that makes me angry. I'm like, you have people going in with family, kids, infants. Again, it'll affect you whether you smoke it or not. Just inhaling it, you're fucking screwed because you get the worst headache. You feel like we had to hold each other because you lose
balance,
and you're done. Because imagine when they do it, they're like, and they just fold, drop it don't matter. I have had two tall fucking drop on me. He's 6'4". He has dropped on me to the point where I'm like, oh shit, and they just start. When they drop, they just drop and they bend. One of the other guys, he was so tiny after so much. When he would bend, it was scary. Like, I'm like, oh fuck, and I'm like, Chris, get the fuck up. Like, I'm kicking him. I'm like, you're not ODing here with me. You know, like, go somewhere else, dude. Like,
have you ever seen anybody OD?
Oh yeah,
out here.
Out here, yeah.
Okay.
You know, but more back at home. But here, perks is no bueno. Like right here, a lot of it is rock, which is our hard cocaine.
And they call it rock.
Rock. Yeah.
Okay.
Hard.
Okay.
So like over here, their thing is crack, rock, and meth.
And meth. What is meth? What does that look like?
Crystal methamphetamine.
Yes.
And then shards. It depends who cooks it, who makes it. And tar over here.
Tar?
Heroin.
Oh, okay.
They really don't like the fact that these youngsters are coming over here and bringing in the perks. There's people that do panhandle, and those that are panhandling, honestly, literally are just trying to survive and eat for the day. And so the ones that are smoking perks are making it worse. Pay attention when you're walking around, you'll see foil pieces everywhere. People don't realize this. I don't like it. The foil they just throw away, and it's in the water. It's on the. I've seen people in the rain pick up fucking foil and try to hit it in case there's a residue in it. I'm like, what are you doing, Liz? Just just check. I'm like, oh, bitch, I gave her $3. I go, go buy a fucking perk. Like, I didn't want to see that shit. I'm like, here's $3. Go buy a real perk. Like, you just picked it out of the ground in that nasty rainwater, and they hit it. I've seen people hit the foil, so the foil's so fucking red, and they burn themselves because they're hoping there's a little bit of residue.
Oh, I see.
And
So when you see a foil around, that means
pay attention. Look at it, open it, and you'll see all the time the black lights. Watch. Again, our dogs, our cats, drink it, lick it. I hate it. Earlier today, I'm cleaning the bathroom in here because they let me use it. You know the thing where the females put their pads to the trash? Guess what's on top of the little lid? Residue.
Really? So they going in the bathroom doing this?
And that shit pissed me off again because I have not smoked rock cocaine. I was addicted. The last time I ever touched rock cocaine was August 16th, 2006. I fucked up at an early age. They got me hooked, spent money. That's what they wanted me to do. So August 16th, for me, I've been cleaning up a rock. Right now, on occasions, if I'm offered weed because of my cancer, my pain, and you name it, I'll take like 2-3 puffs. That house we go to sleep. Again, I just got out of the hospital.
You have cancer?
I have kidney cancer. My left kidney is just encased with tumors. But in 2016, I had, it's called cryoplasty. Have you ever heard of it?
No.
It's frozen. They don't like nowadays to take any parts of your body because of the healing process. And that would have to go through broken, they gotta break the ribs, move my other intestines, and take the kidney. So just alone breaking my ribs is 6 months healing, then the kidney, all that. So when I went to the hospital, and she's like, oh, I saw something on your new images that just didn't look right. So see, I know. And so for her to say that, it's like, whoa. Because my tumors were not like big, but they weren't like not visible. So when she said that, I'm like, come on. I'm like, get to it. Like, get to it, you know. I know shit. Like, hello, I listen to my doctors. You're not supposed to just be like, oh, look at this image. And it's that quick, you can see it. So, fuck. We don't know yet because I haven't been able to make my appointment for the urologist. What they do is I take barium swallow, and then they hook me up to some kind of like green, it's thick fat green dye. So I call it my Shira. It just brightens everything up. And then they're able to measure every tumor. And at the beginning it was every 3 months, then 6 months, and then a year. And then it kind of like, this all's been going on. We've been homeless since August of last year. And I just lost it, like myself. Like, I don't take care of myself. I was 472 pounds. I'm now 162.
You weighed how much?
472 pounds.
You weighed 472 pounds.
And now I am 162. Contribute to hungry, stress. I was tired of insulin, 2 different insulins, metformin, extended release, because the regular metformin, it would start tearing out my stomach. So I have pancreatitis, I have kidney cancer on the left one, but I've been good in remission until I get to the urologist to start checking on it. That's how they do it, is they measure, they check the one thing they do not want is they don't want the tumors to grow outside. Because they got them frozen where they want them. But due to me being beyond extremely dehydrated, it's kind of like, knock, knock. I think we're going to wake up now. So she's hoping that it really didn't take control of my body, which it did. It's scary. I mean, because I'm not ready to be like fucking this shit in this world.
Yeah. Well, let me ask you this. If you had to look in this camera and say something to people out here on behalf of the homeless people, you know, so you could be like, right now you're a spokesman for the homeless people. What would you like to say to everybody out there so they could take a different look at the homeless and treat them differently?
Every homeless person is not the same as the next or the past. They're not. We're not all drug addicts. We're not all thieves. Everybody is a check away or whatever away from being homeless. This is not a joke. You're not here to judge. You're not God. Nobody put you in charge. And we don't need to be fighting each other, which I'm bad. We, as in temper, we don't need to be stealing from each other. We are all in the same boat, just different locations. We need to kind of not like be like taking care of each other, but looking out. Why would you want to go steal from that person, this person, and you just look at them? Now they're very drug addicted. Like when they do that, like they don't care again. Just think about it. It could be your family member. It could be your daughter. It could be your son. I have 2 beat up cars I've been working on for a year now just to try. And I'm one person. Navigator, we needed it working at least. That's our bed, like their kid's bed or my bed. They don't like me sleeping outside or on the chair or whatever. That's all we got. I mean, we have lost so much. And yes, I agree with people who get angry and call on the people that just don't listen. They got poop in their back. Like, idiots do that and they post up, like, where a house right there and then a wall. And mind you, if we could smell it, can you imagine, like, the people? Because they don't know where, they just puke everywhere. That's fucking disgusting. Like, I mean, it's already better than disgusting. Like, we sit up, we have a chair to sit on, and we got the porta potty, so we can't dump it, so we just put a bag. We double a bag that sent it. And before nightfall, like bedtime doesn't exist anymore. Like, what? Like, I was mad at myself. I'm very hurt because the other day, my kids didn't wake me up. I fell asleep. It was the best sleep I got up from the hospital. Fell asleep on the chair. I woke up, and I'm like, oh yeah, 4:50 in the morning. I was going to get a bus and head to Los Graves. It was 4:50 in the afternoon. That makes me feel like a failure. That makes me feel like I just fucked the whole day up, because now what?
Yeah.
And I'm not saying my kids could go panhandle. My kids can go do this, because everybody can. Once you're mentally mature enough to kind of know what you're doing on the street, I just don't want my kids to have it yet.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not their fault. No, it's not my fault. I just don't want them to do that. Like, I have successfully raised my kids not to be anything like me, better. My kids have never smoked rock, meth. They've never done any hard drug. Okay, they're of age, they smoke weed. If you knew anything about drugs or whatever you choose, you'd rather your child want to smoke weed. Because my father, my brother, my aunt, and my cousin were the first ones to give me a crack pipe to try rock. And that's my dad and my family. And
that's how you got hooked on.
It is so stupid. I just lost my mom, so I was still grieving. Back when we were younger, we used to smoke shroom, and we were high as fuck. I was crying 24/7. I just told my mom's dead. I'm 16. I don't even know what to do. Where am I gonna live? Da da da. So to my knowledge, they were pissed off because we fucking ruined their high. They were just smoking their last piece of rock. So when we walked into the house, we were laughing, we made music. They're trying to treat me at my other cousins, my younger cousins. And to our knowledge, we kind of pissed them off because they didn't get the hit they wanted. So my brother, my dad, and everybody decided to put a 10-piece of rock in a crack pipe. Told me when to inhale, and Jesus Christ.
Oh, that was terrible.
That was it.
That was terrible.
I was done. 16 years old, mind you, and I just barely been clean all these years.
Wow.
18 years old. That was not easy at all. The movie Invention or the documentary, I would hear when they put the piece in the pipe.
Yes, ma'am.
I would hear, and I start throwing up. Just hearing
that
it.
noise.
And then, I mean, I can smell rock when it's being smoked goes by. I can smell meth. You definitely can smell her. But if you start smelling it hard and you try to drive, you ain't getting nowhere. I've had a guy just literally walking by me and my son Isaiah and my husband. Just got off the bus. We were at Grand Plaza. He goes, Mom, I'm gonna sit right here until you finish doing what you're doing. Hand me over to my dog. And I can see two guys walking. You know, I mean, again, I'm not here. It's not a business. I'm not here, gym, whatever. I just assumed two guys are walking this way. My son was so tired, he just plopped. He was like, oh my God, he was tired of me. Because we used to stay in the wooded area of Carter Park. And when they walked by, because I was talking, I even attention, they were hitting the curb.
Wow.
Walk by, my son sitting on the floor. All I can do is smell. I said, turn around. Like, I said, close your. Too late. The guy purposely at my side.
Wow.
And then he starts starting up. He's like, Mom, he was scared because that thing. Security guards starts talking shit. That my son's smoking, blah, blah, blah. He told me to get off our property. And then I took my shirt off. I was ready because I was going to go look for the guy. I couldn't find him. He's like, what you going to do? I go, your job. And Isaiah was pissed, waves down the cop in the parking lot, tells him what happened, and he's getting sicker again, so they had to take him. I guess it's just like an IV first they give him, but you'll get sick the next morning, the next night. However, when you're done with your perks, you get extremely sick. I have seen them.
You get really sick.
They pay. First thing in the morning, when you see them looking for their perks, if you got one perk and you say 20, here you go, they will give them 30 minutes, not have a minute. I'm like, fuck that. You should do that when it comes to motivation to go get clean, find a job, get a place.
Well, that's what we need to do. You know, and I'm glad you were very candid with us today because we need to know the drug epidemic that's plaguing the homeless people, and we need to do something to help them. And what I ask my listeners to do is when you see someone homeless, help them out, because a lot of times they need help and you don't even have to ask them, just do something nice for them. And we've learned what's going on behind the scenes and what all homeless people have to deal with from day to day. So let's have sympathy in our hearts, and whenever we see homeless people, let's treat them with dignity and respect, just like this could be us one day. So remember, everybody, do something good to help homeless people, because we all are in this together, and let's keep fighting to end homelessness.
A lot of water will help. I mean, people just don't understand. I always tell people, don't take shit for granted. I was starting, like, literally, I cry without water, because being a diabetic, it's like, it's weird. It's like I'm dry now because I'm a diabetic, and I get scared. So, like, lately, I've been telling my boys, I don't feel good. I don't ever go to the hospital. I go ER. But these past couple weeks, I've been telling my boys, I'm like, I don't feel good. I just don't feel good. And it's like, how do you take care of yourself on bed rest? How do you rest?
Yeah.
The other night, I got up with a fucking axe because my dog just not stop barking. And you know your dog's bark. And my boys went down the street to go shower at a friend's, not a friend, but a person's house. And I kept saying, what the fuck? I just got out of the hospital like 2 days before. And I'm like, telling Luna, everybody, shut up. Honestly, stop barking. But then it was crazy because the bark, the way I was laying down, the bark was behind me. So they were looking, listening, whatever. And then you could start hearing the leaves. I'm like, oh, how? You know.
Yeah.
I know the weight of my dogs, who makes what. And then I just said, whoever the fuck is out there, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to give you one warning. I'm letting my dogs go. You fucking touch my dogs, you hurt my dogs. I have a real big axe, and I will cut your fucking throat.
Well, you know, I don't blame you. Very protective of your dogs. And
oh, they take care of me.
Well, that's great.
There was two guys. There was two guys trying to find our campsite.
Oh, really? And your dog protected?
The dogs chased them away.
Well, that's awesome. America, we've had a very candid discussion, and now we have a glimpse on what's going on with the homeless people. So let's continue to fight and help them. And when I'm going to be talking to you and your family again.
Oh yeah, my son
because
Jordan so wants to talk to you.
Oh, and I want to talk to them, and my listeners are dying to hear what they have to say. So everybody stay tuned. We're going to interview her family. So make sure you tune in to see that. And remember, if you see anybody homeless, especially this beautiful young lady, make sure you lend some assistance. That's the least we can do. Thank you very much.